You men, anchor! And you are an insolent noise maker! For some of us are not less afraid to drown than thou art! Lay her a hold! Lay her a hold! Bring her to out to sea again! Lay her out!
It's a prayer! Let us join the more faces than theirs!
Oh, yet again we are cheated by drunkards!
Now I give 1,000 furlongs of sea for a labor of good and land! Try he ground first anything, but I was raised on dry death!
If by your art, dear mother, you have put the waters in this howling roar, allay them? Oh, I have suffered with those that I saw suffer. A brave vessel with no doubt some noble creature in her just dashed all to pieces.
Be collected. No more amazement. Tell thy piteous heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the day.
No harm. I've done nothing.
Master, I did everything you badest me.
I've done nothing, yet in care of thee. Thee, who knows not who thou art. But the time has come. Wipe thine eyes. Have comfort. I have, with such provision in my art, so ordained that no harm, no, not a hair be did to any creature in the vessel that thou just saw sink. Sit down. It's time thou knew more.
Thou hast often begun to tell me what I am, but have left me in a bootless inquisition, concluding, oh stay, not yet.
Well, the time is now. Miranda, can thou remember anything before we came to this island?
Certainly I do.
Of what? Tell me of any house or person that remains in thy remembrance.
Ah, 'tis far off, and rather like a dream than an assurance that my remembrance warrants. Had I not once 4 or 5 women who tended me?
Thou hadst and more, Miranda. 12 years hence, thy mother was a Duchess of Milan and a princess of power.
Are you not my mother?
Aye. And you my only heir, and a princess no less issued.
Heavens, what foul play had we that we came from thence, or was blessed that we did?
Both, my girl. My brother, thy uncle, called Antonio, that a brother should be so perfidious. He who next to thyself I love more than anything in the world, and gave over the management of my state, me being renowned for the liberal arts, and that being all my study, I cast my government on my brother, thy foul uncle. Dost thou mark me?
I do.
Pray, attend. Me, thus neglecting worldly ends, awoke in my brother an evil nature. Me was enough to stick with my studies. Him, being lorded of my revenue and what my power could extract, made such a liar of his conscience that he began to see himself as the Duke, and thus his ambition grew. Dost thou hear?
Your tale could cure deafness.
Me, my library was enough dukedom. The King of Naples hearkens my brother's suit, which was to extirp me and mine from the dukedom, and award fair Milan with all honors unto my brother. Hence, a treacherous army formed, and one midnight Antonio did open the gates of Milan. There, the treacherous army in the dead of dark hurried hence me and thy crying self.
Alack, for pity! I not remembering how I cried out, then will cry it o'er again.
Hear a bit further, and
wherefore did they not at that hour destroy us?
Dear, my tale does ask that question. They did not dare for the love my people bore us, nor put such a bloody mark on the business, but painted their foul ends with fairer colors. Hence, they put us aboard a bark and sent us off to sea. There aboard a rotten carcass of a boat, with not rigs or masts or sails, the very wreck had escaped from. And there they hoist us to cry to the sea that roared back at us, and to whisper to the wind that did us but loving wrong.
Alack, what trouble was I to you then?
No, a cherubim thou was that did preserve me.
How came we ashore?
By providence divine. Some food we had, some fresh water, supplied by a great Neapolitan named Gonzalo. And he, knowing how much I loved my books, furnished me with volumes from my own library, which I loved more than my dukedom itself.
Would I have ever meet that man?
Sit still and hear the end of our sea sorrow. We landed on this island, and me thy tutor has made more work of thy lessons than other princesses can have, who have tutors less careful and more time for vainer hours.
Heavens, thank you for it. Now I pray you, for still 'tis beating on my mind your reason for causing this sea storm.
Here further forth, by providence, an accident caused all of my enemies to be brought to this shore.
Isn't that bad?
And it seems as though my zenith depends on a most auspicious star. But enough questions. Thou art inclined to sleep.
I'm not tired.
Come, my Ariel, attend.
All hail, great master. I come to answer thy best pleasure. Be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds, to thy strong bidding task, Ariel, and all her quality.
My good spirit, hast thou performed to the point the tempest that I bade thee?
To every article I boarded the king's ship. In every cabin I flamed amazement. Sometime I divide and burned in many places, then meet and join. Jove's lightnings, the precursors, oh, the dreadful thunder claps were momentary, and sight outrunning were not. The fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege, and make his bold waves tremble, yea, his dread trident shake.
My brave spirit, who was so firm, so constant that his coil would not upset their nerves.
Oh, not a soul, but felt a fever up and mad, and played some tricks of desperation. I lit the ship afire, and all but mariners quit the vessel, then all afire with me. The king's son, Ferdinand, with hair upstaring, more like reeds than hair, was the first man that leaped, cried, "Hell is empty, and all the devils are here!" Wow!
My brave spirit, but was this not nigh shore?
Close by, my master.
They were all safe, my Ariel.
Not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And as thou badest me in troops, I have dispersed them about the isle. The king's son have I landed by himself, whom I left cooling the air with sighs, in an odd angle of the isle, sitting his arms in despair not. For the rest, the king's ship is safely in harbor, and all the mariners under hatches stowed. And I, a charm joined with their suffered labor, have left them asleep. For the rest of the troops that I dispersed, they are all upon the Mediterranean float, bound sadly home for Naples, supposing that they saw the king's shipwrecked, and his great person perished.
Thou charge they have performed perfectly, my Ariel. But there is more work. What be the time of day?
Past the mid-season.
Well, between 6 and now, there is much work we must be doing. We must use our time most preciously.
Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which has not yet been performed me.
How now, Moody? What can thou demand?
My liberty!
Before the time be out, enough.
I prithee, I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, made thee no mistakings, served without or grudge or grumblings. Thou didst promise to bait me a full year.
Hast thou forgotten what torment I found thee in?
No,
Thou hast.
I do not, ma'am.
Thou liest. Does thou forget the foul witch Sycorax? Hast thou forgotten her?
No, ma'am.
That foul witch. Where did she come from? Tell me, speak.
In Algiers.
This damnable sorcerer from Algiers was banished, thou knowest. For sorcery's terrible, and yet for one thing, they would not take her life. Is this not true?
I am.
She was brought hither with child, and the sailors left her here. Thou was then her servant, and because thou was too delicate a creature to perform her grand and abhorred jests, she imprisoned thou in a cloven pine, where thou stayed tormented for 12 years, at which time Sycorax died, leaving thee there alone, except for the child that she littered here.
Yes, Caliban.
Yes.
Master, I thank thee. I will be correspondent to command and do my spiriting gently.
That's my delicate Ariel. Do as I say, and I will let thee free this day.
That's my noble master! What shall I do? Oh, say what? What shall I do?
Make thyself like a siren of the sea. Be subject to no eye but thine and mine, invisible to every other eyeball. Go hence, and come back thither. Do it with diligence. Come, wake, my love. Thou slept well, awake.
What?
Come, we must go see Caliban, who never leads us with a kind answer.
'Tis a villain I do not love to look on.
Aye, but he brings our wood, makes our fires, and does other offices that profit us. We cannot miss him. Come, Caliban!
There's one enough within.
Come, I have other offices for thee. My fine spirit, my delicate Ariel. Let me speak in my ear.
My lord, it shall be done.
Thou, poisonous slave, got by the devil, come forth!
As wicked Jew as e'er my mother brushed with raven's feather from unwholesome fen, drop on you both! A southwest blow on you and blister you all o'er.
For this, tonight thou shalt have cramps that'll pent thy breath up.
I must eat my dinner. This island's mine. By Sycorax, my mother, which thou takest from me. When first thou camest here, thou strokest me, made much of me, givest me water with berries in it, taught me how to name the bigger light, and how the less it burned by day and night. And then I loved thee, showed thee all the qualities of the isle. Cursed be I that did so! All the charms of Sycorax, toads, bats, beetles, light on you! For I have all the subjects that you have, which first was mine own king. And now you do stye me in this hard rock, whilst you do keep from me the rest of the isle.
Thy lying slave, I use thee, filth as thou art, with human care. I lodged thee in my own cell, till thou sought to violate the honor of my child.
Would it had been done! Thou didst prevent me. I had peopled else the isle with Caliban.
I pitied thee, took pains to make thee speech, taught thee one thing or other every hour.
You taught me language, and my profit on it is I know how to curse. The Red Plague rid you for learning me your language.
Tag seed hence and go fetch in fuel. Do it quickly, you have other business. Shruggest thou? If thou neglects or does unwillingly, I will give these cramps.
Ha!
Women's
cramps.
I must obey. Her art is of such power that it would control Madame's god Setibos and make a vassal of him.
Go hence.
Where should this music be? In the air or the earth? It sounds no more. And Short waits upon some god of the island. Sitting on a bank, weeping again, the king, my father's wreck. This music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. Thence have I followed it. Oh, or it hath drawn me, rather. It is gone. Now, it begins again. This can be no mortal business, nor no sound that the earth owes. I hear it now above me.
The fringed curtain of thine eye advance, and tell me, what dost thou see over there?
What is that? Is that a spirit? Oh, look how it pouts. Believe me, it carries a brave form, but it is a spirit.
No, it eats and sleeps and has the same senses as we have. Yon gallant is from the wreck.
Aw.
And but that he's somewhat stained with grief, which is beauty's canker, one might call him a goodly person.
Well, I might call him a thing divine. For nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
Goes as my soul wishes it.
Most sure the goddess on whom these airs attend. Vouchsafe my prayer, may know if you remain upon this island. And that you will some good instruction give how I may bear me here. My prime request, which I do last pronounce, is if you be maid or no.
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
I thank my heavens. I am the best of them that speak this speech, were I but where 'tis spoken.
What the best? What if the King of Naples were to hear you?
A single thing as I am now, to hear thee speak of Naples. He does hear me, and that he does, I weep. Myself am Naples, with mine eyes, ever since it ebb, beheld the king, my father, wrecked.
Oh, wrath, for mercy.
Yes, faith, and all his lords, the Duke of Milan, and his brave son being slain.
First sight they have exchanged eyes. Like Ariel, I would set me free for this. A word, sir, a word. I fear thou dost thyself some wrong.
Why speakest my mother so ungently? This is the second man that e'er I saw. The first I ever sighed for. Pity moved my mother to be inclined my way.
Oh, if a virgin and your affection not gone forth, I'll make you the Queen of Naples.
Okay.
Oh, sir. Thou uses a name thou ownst not, and was put here on this island as a spy, to take this island from me, who is the lord on it.
No, as I am a man.
There is nothing ill that can dwell in such a temple. If the ill spirit have such a good house, good things will strive to dwell with it.
Speak not for him, he is a spy. I shall manacle my neck and my feet. Follow me.
No, I will resist such entertainment till my enemy has more power.
Oh. I pray thee, mother, have pity. He is gentle and not fearful.
What of thy sword, thy coward, who tries to strike but does not succeed? Thou art so full of guilt.
Oh, I pray you, mother, pity. I will be his surety.
Hush. standing up for a traitor? You think because you've only seen him and Caliban, there are no such other shapes in the world. To most of men, this is another Caliban.
Well, then my affections are most humble, for I've no ambition to see a goodlier man.
Put thy sword up. Thy fancies are sold, and I have no rigor in thy muscles. They are like a child.
Oh, so they are. Oh, my spirits as in a dream are all bound up. Oh, the weakness which I feel, my father's loss, the wreck of all my friends, nor this woman's threats to whom I am subdued, are but light to me.
What?
Might I but through this prison once a day behold this maid.
Oh.
All corners else of the earth let liberty make use of. Space enough have I in such a prison.
Come, follow.
Ah, what is it?
You shall be as free as the mountains for this, but first do all points of my command. To the syllable. Be of comfort.
My mother is of more gentleness than her speech warrants. This is unwanted now.
Come, follow. Speak not for him.
Prithee, my lord, be merry, for you have cause, as we all. For our salvation is a miracle, therefore weigh your sorrows with your comforts.
Prithee, peace.
He receives comfort like cold porridge.
Visitor not given more, so.
Look, he's winding up the watch of his wit. By and by it will strike.
Sir,
One, tell.
when the brief comes to the entertainer, there goes the entertainer.
$1.
A dollar comes to him. You have spoken truer than you have purposed.
You have taken it wiselier than I meant you should.
Therefore, my lord.
5. What a spender is he of his tongue.
I prithee, spare.
I have done. But yet.
He will be talking.
Which of he of Francisca with good wager will first begin to crow?
The old cock.
The cockerel.
Done. The wager.
A laughter.
A match.
Oh, this island seems to be a desert.
Oh,
Almost inaccessible.
Yes.
Yes.
She misses not.
It must needs be of subtle and tender, delicate temperance.
Temperance was a delicate wench.
Aye, and subtle as she most learnedly delivered.
Fair breathes upon us here most sweetly.
As if it had lungs and rotten ones.
As 'twere perfumed by a fen.
Here is everything advantageous to life.
True, save means to live.
Of that there's none, or little.
How lush and lusty the grass looks, how green!
Indeed, the ground is tawny.
With an eye of green in it.
He misses not much.
No, he doth but mistake the truth totally.
But the rarity of it is, which is beyond credit,
As many vouched rarities are.
that our garments are rather newly dyed and stained with seawater.
If one look at his pockets could say that he lies.
I or it would very falsely pocket up his report.
They are rather fresher than the day we were at the king's daughter's marriage.
It was a pretty marriage. It was a pretty marriage, and we prosper well in our return.
Tunis was never graced before with such a paragon to their queen.
Not since Widow Dido's time.
Oh, widow. Oh, a box on that, how that widow came in. Oh, widow Dido.
Oh, what will he next say? Widower Aeneas, too? He doesn't take it.
Widow Dido, you make me study of that. She was a Carthage, not a Tunis.
This Tunis, my lady, was Carthage. Carthage, I assure you.
Oh, his word is more than the miraculous art. It has raised the wall and houses, too.
What impossible matter will he make easy for us next?
I think he will take this island home with him in his pocket and give it his son for an apple.
And sowing the kernels of the sea bring forth more islands.
Sir, we were talking about how our garments are as fresh as the day your daughter's marriage, who is now queen.
That ere came so.
Oh, Biggs, I beseech you, Widow Dido.
Oh, widow Dido, I, widow Dido.
Sir, is not my doublet as fresh as that day? I mean in a sort.
Sort was well fished.
As the day of your daughter's marriage to the king.
Cram these words into my ears against the stomach of my sense. Would I never marry my daughter there? For coming hence my son is lost. And in my reach she too, who is so far from Italy removed, I ne'er again shall see her. Oh, mine heir of Naples and Milan, what strange fish makes his meal on thee?
Sir, he may live. I saw him beat the surges under him and ride upon their backs. He trod the water whose enmity he flung aside and breasted the surge most swollen met him, his bold head above the contentious waves that kept him, and oared himself with his good arms in lusty strokes the shore. But o'er his wave-worn bases found, as stooping to relieve him, I not doubt he came alive to land.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss.
Prithee, peace.
You were kneeled to and importuned otherwise by all of us, and the fair soul herself weighed between loathness and obedience, at which end of the beam should bow. We have lost your son, I fear forever. Milan and Naples have more widows in them of this business-making than we bring men to comfort them. The fault's your own.
So is the dearest of the loss.
My lady Sabrina, you speak the truth that rather lacks some gentleness. You rub the sore when you should bring the plaster.
Very well.
Very grudgingly.
It is foul weather in us all when you, sir, are cloudy.
Foul weather.
Very foul.
Had I a plantation on this isle,
Helt with nettle seed.
Or docks, or mallows.
and were I a king on it, what would I do?
Escape being drunk for want of wine.
In the execution of all things, I would have no riches, poverty, letters of any kind, no occupation, all men idle, and women too, but innocent and pure. No sovereignty.
Yet he would be king on it.
The latter end of his commonwealth forgets the beginning.
All things in common nature should provide. No guns, knives, swords, pikes, or need of any engine have we. All things nature should provide for my innocent people.
What? No marriage amongst his subjects?
None men idle, all whores and knaves.
I would rule with such perfection that which should excel the golden age.
All hail his majesty!
Long live Gonzalo.
Do you mark me, sir?
Prithee, no more. Thou dost talk nothing.
Upon mine honor, sir, I do very well believe thee. Brave gentlemen, laugh me to sleep, for I am heavy.
Be not angry, good sir. Go to sleep and hear us.
What? Also soon asleep. I wish mine eyes would, with themselves, shut up my thoughts. I find them inclined to do so.
Please you, sir, do not omit the heavy offer of it. It seldom visits sorrow, and with it doth. It is a comforter.
We, too, will watch over your person as you sleep and guard your safety.
Thank you. Wondrous heaven.
What a strange drowsiness possesses them.
'Tis the quality of the climate.
Why doth it not then our eyelids sink? I find not myself disposed to sleep.
Nor I, for my spirits are nimble, and they come together as by consent, as they fall in by a thunderstroke. Oh, mighty Sabrina, oh, worthy Sabrina, no more. Yet I think I see it in thy face, of what thou shouldst be, and the occasion speaks thee. that I, in my strong imagination, sees the crown dropping upon thy head.
What? Art thou waking?
Do you not understand me?
I do, and surely it is a sleepy language, and thou speakst out of thy sleep. What is it thou didst say?
Noble Sabrina, dost thou fortune sleep, wakest while thou art waking?
Thy snores distinctly. There is meaning in thy snores.
I am more serious in my custom, and thou shalt be too to heed me, or which in that ere treble song.
While I am still water.
And I'll teach you how to flow.
Please do. To ebb hereditary sloth instructs me.
To which of that the precious cherish, whilst you mocks it, in striping it, you more invest it. Ebbing men indeed from the bottom do run by their fear of sloth.
Prithee, say on. The setting of thine eye and cheek doth proclaim a matter from thee, and a birth indeed which throws thee much to yield.
Although this lady of weak remembrance hath here almost persuaded the king his son is alive, 'tis impossible that his son is undrowned, and he who swims here sleeps.
Oh, I have no hope he is undrowned.
And of that no hope, what good hope have you? Will you grant me that Ferdinand is drowned?
He's gone.
Then tell me, who is the next heir of Naples?
Clarabelle.
She who is queen of Tunis? She who is 10 leagues beyond men? She who is from Naples?
'Tis true my brother's daughter's queen of Tunis. So is she heir of Naples, twixt which regions there is some space.
And how does thy content tender thy good fortune?
I remember you did supplant your sister Prospero.
True. And look how well my garments sit upon me, much fairer than before. My sister's servants were my fellows, now they are my men.
But of your conscience.
Aye, where lies that? No better than where your brother lies upon this ground and earth, and with his obedience steal 3 inches of it, you could put to bed forever. As for the others, they could take order as a cat laps milk.
Thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. As thou gotst Milan, so I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword, one stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest, and I, the queen, shall love thee.
Draw together, and when I rear my hand, do it to fall upon Gonzalo.
Oh, but one word. My master, through her art, foresees the danger that you, her friend, are in, and sends me forth, or else her plan dies to keep them living. While you there do snoring lie, open-eye conspiracy is time of take. If of life you have a care, shake off slumber and beware. Awake, awake.
Angels preserve the king! Whoa, what now? What, awake? Why are you drawn? Wherefore this ghastly looking?
Whilst we were standing here guarding your repose, even now, we heard a hollow blast of bellows like bulls, or rather lions. Didst not wake you? It struck mine ear most terribly.
I heard nothing.
'Twas dinner fright to a monster's ear did quake. Was the roar of lions.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
Upon mine honor, sir, I heard something strange. Let's draw our weapons.
Lead away and let's make further search for my poor son.
For sure he's in the island. God save him from the beasts.
Lead off this round.
Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done. So, king, go safely on to seek thy son.
All the infections that the sun sucks up from bogs, fens, flats, on Prosper fall and make her by inch meal a disease. The spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse. But for every trifle have they set upon me, sometimes like apes, which mow and chatter at me and after bite me, sometimes like hedgehogs, which lie tumbling in my barefoot way and do prick my foothold. Sometimes am I all wound with adders, who with cloven tongues do hiss me into madness. No. Here comes a spirit of his to torment me for bringing my wood in slowly. I'll fall flat. Perchance it will not mind me.
Here's neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all. Yet another storm brewing. If it should thunder as it did before, I know not where to hide my head. Yon same cloud cannot choose but fall like hail. Oh! What have we here? Man or fish? Dead or alive? A fish. God, he smells like a fish. Yeah, a very ancient and fish-like smell. Strange fish. Were I in England now, as once I was, and had this fish painted, not a holiday fool there, but would give a piece of silver. There would this monster make a man. Any strange beast there makes a man. Legged. Like a man. And fins like arms. More, oh, true. I do now let loose my opinion. Hold it no longer. This is no fish. Ooh, but an islander that had lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Alas, the storm has come again. Anybody have an umbrella? Poncho? No? Useless. My best way is to creep under his gabardine. There's no other shelter hereabouts. Thanks. I hear we'll shroud till the dregs of the storm be past.
I shall no more to sea. Here I shall die ashore. It's a very scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Well, here's my comfort. The master, the swabbler, the boatswain, and I, the gunner and his mates, loved Ma, Meg, and Marion and Marjorie, but none of us cared for Kate. For she had a tongue with a tang, would cry to a sailor, go hang. She loved not the savor of tar nor of pitch, yet a tailor might scratch wherever she did itch. Oh, then to sea, boys, and let her go hang. This is a scurvy tune, too. But here's my comfort.
Do not torment me! Oh!
What's the matter? Have we devils here? I have not escaped drowning to be averred now of your 4 legs.
The spirit torments me! Oh!
devil should he learn our language? I will give him some relief, if it be but for that. If I could recover him and keep him tame and get to Naples with him, he's a present for any emperor who ever trod on meat's leather.
Oh, I prithee, do not torment me. I'll bring my wood home faster.
He is in his fit now and does not talk after the wisest. He shall taste of my bottle. If he never drunk wine afore, we'll go near or remove his fit.
Thou dost me yet but little harm. Thou wilt not, I can see it by thy trembling, now Prosper works on thee.
Come on your ways, open your mouth. Here's what will give language to you, cat. Open your mouth, this will shake your shakings, and I can tell you, and that's something you cannot tell who's your friend. Open your chaps again.
Hey, I should know that voice. That should be... Oh, but he is drowned. And these are devils. Don't defend me!
4 legs and 2 voices. A most delicate monster. His forward voice now is to speak well of his friend. His backward voice is to utter foul speeches and to detract. If all the wine of my bottle could recover him, I will help his ague. Come, amen, I will pour some in thy other mouth.
Stefano?
Dost thou other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy, this is a devil and no monster. I will leave him, I have no long spoon.
Stefano! If thou beest Stefano, touch me and speak to me. Dang it. For I am Trinculo, be not afeard, thy good friend Trinculo.
If thou beest Trinculo, come forth. I will pull thee by thy lesser legs. If any be, these are Trinculo, these are they. Thou art very Trinculo indeed. How camest to be the siege of this mooncalf? Can he vent Trinculo?
I took him to be killed by a thunderstroke. But art thou not drowned, Stefano? I hope now thou art not drowned. Is the storm overblown? They hid me under the dead mooncalf's gabardine for fear of the storm. And art thou living, Stefano? Oh, Stefano! To the Neapolitan escaped!
Prithee, do not turn me about.
Oh.
My stomach is not constant.
These be fine things, and they be not sprites. That's a brave god, and bears celestial liquor. I will kneel to it.
How didst thou escape? How camest thou hither? Swear by this bottle how thou camest hither. I escaped upon a butt of sack, which the sailors heaved overboard, and by this bottle which I made from the bark of a tree with my own hands, since I was cast ashore.
I will swear by that bottle to be thy subject, for the liquor is not earthly.
Swear then how thou escapest.
Swim ashore, man. Like a duck. I can swim like a duck, I'll be sworn.
Here, kiss the book. Though thou canst swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose.
Oh, Stefano, hast any more of this?
The whole butt, man. My cellar is in a rock by the seaside where my wine is hid. How now, mooncalf, try to sign a cue.
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Out of the moon, I do assure thee. I was the man in the moon when time was.
I have seen thee in her, and I do adore thee. My mistress showed me thee, and thy dog, and thy bush.
Oh, come, swear to that. Kiss the book. I will furnish it anon with new content swear.
By this good light, this is a very shallow monster. I, afeard of him, a very weak monster. Most poor credulous monster. Ultron monster in good sooth.
I will show thee every fertile inch of the island. I will lick thy foot. I prithee be my god.
By this light, this is a most perfidious and drunken monster. When God's asleep, he'll rob his bottles.
I'll kiss thy foot. I'll
monster, a most scurvy monster. I could find in my heart to beat him.
Come, kiss.
Oh, but the poor monster's in drink. An abominable monster.
I will show thee every fertile inch of the island, and I will pluck thee berries. I'll fish for thee and get thee wood enough. A plague on the tyrant I serve. I'll bear you no more sticks.
The most ridiculous monster to make a wonder of a poor drunkard.
Prithee, let me bring thee where the crabs grow, and I with my long nails will dig thee pig nuts. I'll show thee a jay's nest and instruct thee how to snare the nimble marmoset. Wilt thou go with me?
I prithee lead the way without any more talking. Trinculo, the king, and all our company else being drowned. We want air. Here, bear my motto, fellow Trinculo.
Farewell, master, farewell, farewell.
A howling monster, a drunken monster!
Oh, brave monster, lead the way.
There be some sports are painful, and their labor, delight in them, sets off. Some kinds of baseness are nobly undergone, and most poor matters point to rich ends. This, my mean task, would be as heavy to me as odious, but the mistress which I serve quickens what's dead, makes my labors pleasures. Oh, she's 10 times more gentle than her mother's crabbed, and she's composed of harshness. I must remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up upon a sore injunction. My mistress weeps when she sees me work and says, such baseness had never like executor. I forget, but these sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors, most busy, lest when I do it.
Alas, pray you, rest a while. Oh, I would the wood had burned up in that lightning. Oh. I pray you, rest. When this burns, will weep for having wearied you. Oh, my mother is at study. Pray rest yourself. She is safe these 3 hours.
Most dear mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do.
If you rest, I will bear your load. Give me that. I will take it to the punch.
No, precious creature, I had rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should such dishonor undergo while I sit lazy by.
But it would become me as much as it would become you, and I would do it with more ease. Oh, for my goodwill is for it, and yours is against. Oh.
Poor worm, thou art infected. This visitation shows it.
You look wearily.
No, noble mistress, 'tis fresh morning with me when you are by at night. I do beseech you, chiefly that I may said it in my prayers. What is your name?
Miranda. Oh, mother, I have broken your hest to say so.
Admired Miranda. Indeed, the top of admiration. Worth what's dearest to the world. For several virtues have I liked several women, never any with so fond soul, but some defect in her did quarrel with the noblest grace she owed and put it to the foil. But you, oh, you, so perfect and so peerless, are created of every creature's best.
I know not one of my sex, nor a woman's face I remember save for my glass, mine own, and my mother's. Nor do I know many that I may call men other than you, good friend. But I do wish no other companion in the world but you.
I am in my condition a prince, Miranda. I do think a king. I would not endure this wooden slavery, nor suffer the flesh fly blow my mouth. But hear my soul speak. At the very instant that I saw you, did my heart fly to your service. There resides and makes me slave to it, and for your sake am I this patient log man.
Do you love me?
O earth, bear witness to this sound, and crown what I profess with kind event, if I speak true. If hollowly, invert what best is boded me to mischief. I, beyond all limit or what else in the world, do love, prize, honor you.
I am a fool to weep for what I am glad of.
Fair encounter of two most rare affections.
Wherefore weep you?
At mine own unworthiness that dare not offer what I desire to give. I am your wife if you will have me. If not, I will die your maid. To be your fellow you may deny me, but I will be your servant whether you will or no.
My noble mistress, and I thus humble ever.
My husband then.
I, with a heart as willing as bondage or freedom. Here's my hand.
Mine, with my heart in it. Now, have our hands. Go, go, go.
1,000. 1,000.
As glad of this as they I cannot be who are surprised with all, but I can rejoice more at nothing. I'll to my book. For yet a short intermission, I have much work appertaining.
Know me not when the bud is out. Drink water, not a drop before. Therefore, bear up in boredom. Servant monster, drink to me.
Servant monster. The folly of this island. They say there's but 5 upon the isle, right? We are, there, 1, 2, 3, 3 of them. The other 2 be brave like us. The state totters.
Drink! Servant monster, when I bid thee, thy eyes were on the set of thy head.
Where should they be set else?
He were a brave monster indeed if they were set in his tail.
My man monster hath drowned his tongue in sack. For my part, the sea cannot drown me. I swam, or I could recover the shore 5 and 30 leagues off and on. By this light thou shalt be my lieutenant, monster my standard.
Lieutenant, if you list. He's no standard.
Will not run, monsieur monster.
Nor go neither.
Moon-capped, speak once in thy life if thou beest a good moon-capped.
How does my master? Let me lick thy shoe. I'll not serve her. She's not valiant.
Thou liest, most ignorant monster. I am in case to jostle a constable. Why, thou debauched fish, thou? Was there ever man a coward that had drunk so much sack as I today? Well, wilt thou tell a monstrous lie, being but half a fish and half a monster?
Lo, lo, how she mocks me. Wilt thou let her, my lord?
My lord, quoth he, that a monster should be such a natural.
Lo, lo, again, I prithee, bite her to death.
Trinculo, keep a good tongue in thy head. If you prove a mutiny in the next tree, the monster is my subject, and he shall not suffer indignity.
I thank thee, noble lord. Will thou be pleased to hearken once again the suit I made to thee?
Marry will I kneel and repeat it. I shall stand, and so shall Trinculo.
Okay.
As I told thee before, I am subject to a tyrant, a sorcerer who, through her cunning, hath cheated me of the isle.
Thou liest!
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey, thou! Oh, I would my valiant master would destroy thee. I do not lie.
Trinculo, if you trouble him any more in its tail by this hand, I will supplant some of your teeth.
Why?
I said nothing.
Mom then, no more. Proceed.
I say, by sorcery, she got this isle. From me, she got it. If thou wouldest revenge her on it, for I know thou darest, though this thing dare not.
That's most certain.
Thou wouldst be lord of it. I will serve thee.
How shall this be compassed? Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yea, yea, I'll yield her thee asleep, where thou mayest drive a nail into her head.
Thou liest, thou canst not.
Oh, what a pie ninny's this! I prithee, beat her to death. No, take the bottle from her, so that she may not drink aught but brine, for I'll not show her where the quick freshes are.
Trinculo! Put into no further danger. Interrupt the monster. One word further, and boy, this, and I will turn my mercy out of yours and make a stockfish of thee.
Why? I said nothing. I'll go further off.
Didst thou not say he lied?
Thou liest.
Do I so take thou that? As you like it, give me the lie of another time.
And your wits and barren too. This pox on your bottle. This can sack and drinking do.
Now, forward with your tail. Prithee, stand farther off.
No, beat her to death, and after a while I'll beat her too.
Stand farther. Come, proceed.
As I told thee, 'tis a custom of hers in the afternoon to sleep. There mayest thou brain her, after first having seized her books. Remember, bear her books, for without them she is but sought, as am I. And this, most deeply to consider, is the beauty of her daughter.
Monster, I will kill this woman, and her daughter and I shall rule, and Trinculo and thyself shall be viceroys. Dost thou like the plot, Trinculo?
Excellent.
Give me thy hand. I am sorry I beat thee, but while thou livest, keep a good tongue in thy head.
Within this half hour will she be asleep. Wilt thou do the deed then?
I am mine honor.
This will I tell my master.
Thou makest me merry. I am full of pleasure. Let us be jocund! Wilt thou troll the catch thou taught me but whilst there?
At thy request, monster, I will do reason, any reason. Come, Trinculo, let us sing. Loudum,
Loudum,
scoutum, loudum,
Loudum,
scoutum,
That's not the tune.
What is this saying?
This is the tune of our catch, played by the picture of nobody.
If thou beest a man, show thyself in thy likeness. If thou beest a devil, take it as thou wouldest.
Oh, forgive me my sins. Wait, get.
He who dies pays all debts. I defy thee, mercy upon us.
Art thou afeard?
No, monster, not I.
Be not afeard. The isle is full of noises, sounds, and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. Sometime 1,000 twangling instruments do hum about mine ear. Sometime voices, which, if I had waked after long sleep, would bid me sleep again. And then, in dreaming, methought the clouds would open up, Oh, riches that would drop upon me, which, if I waked, I cried to dream them again.
This will prove a brave kingdom to me, where I shall have my music for nothing.
When Prospero is destroyed.
That shall be by and by. Remember the story.
The sound is going away.
Let's follow it and after do our work.
Lead, monster, will follow. I would I could see this musician. He lays it on.
Will come, I'll follow. Stefano.
My lord, consort, I can no further. These old bones ache. I needs must rest me.
I cannot blame thee, O Lord, who am myself attached with weariness to the dulling of my spirit. Sit down and rest. I will put off my hope no longer, even as my flatterer, he is drowned.
For I am glad that they are so unholy. Do not for one repulse forego the purpose that you render to effect.
The next advantage we'll take thoroughly.
Let be tonight, for they are oppressed with travel, and they cannot, nor will not use such vigilance as when they are fresh.
I say tonight, no more.
Harmony is this. My good friends, hark.
Marvelous sweet music.
Give us, kind keepers, heavens. What were these?
A living drollery. And now I will believe that there are unicorns. That in Arabia there is one tree, the phoenix throne, one phoenix even now reigning there.
I'll do believe both. And if one wants credit, then come to me and I'll swear it to be true. For travelers did not lie, but fools at home condemn them.
Were I in Naples now, and should I report this, would they believe me? For these islanders, for searches these are them, yet of monstrous form, but gentle kind, that in our world are many, nay, almost any.
Good Lord, thou speakest true, for there are so many here, worse than devils.
I cannot too much muse. Such shapes, such gestures, such sounds, expressing, although they want use of tongue, a kind of excellent dumb discourse.
Praise and departing.
They vanished strangely, huh?
No matter, for they have left their vines behind, for we have stomachs. Won't please you taste of what is here?
Not I.
Beseech you, sir, be not afraid. For when we were young, who would have thought there were mountaineers do lap like bulls with wallets of flesh hanging about their necks, or men with heads on their breasts?
I will stand to and feed, although my last. No matter, for I fear the best is past. Sister, my lord the Duke, stand to and do as we.
You are free of sin, whom destiny that hath to instrument the lower world and what is in it, the never surfeited sea, hath caused to belch up you. And on this island where man doth not inhabit, you amongst men being most unfit to live, I have made you mad. You fools! I and my fellows are ministers of fate. The elements of whom your swords are tempered may as well wound the loud winds, or it be mocked at stabs, kill the still closing water, than diminish one down that's in my bloom. If you could hurt, your swords are now too massy for your strength, and will not be uplifted. But remember, for that's my business to you, that you three from Milan did supplant good Prospero, her and her innocent child, which foul deed the powers delayed, not forgetting, have incensed the sea and shores, yea, all the creatures against your peace. They of thy son Alonso they have bereft, and pronounced by me lingering perdition, worse than any death can be at once, shall step by step attend you and your ways, whose wrath to guard you from is nothing but heart sorrow and a clear life ensuing.
Bravely this harpy thou hast performed, my Ariel. My high charms work, and they are all mixed up in their distortions. Let us leave them here in these fits.
In the name of something most holy, sir, what is it you stare so strangely at?
Monstrous. Monstrous. Methought the bellows spoke and told me of it. The winds did sing it to me, and the thunder, that deep and dreadful organ pipe did pronounce the name Prospero. Pass my trespass. Therefore, my son in the ooze is bedded, and I will seek him deeper than air plummets sounded, and with him there lie mudded!
But one fiend at a time I'll fight their legions o'er.
I'll be thy second!
The three of them fly desperately, as if their great guilt now begins to poison their spirit. You of separate joints follow them and prevent them from ecstasy.
Follow, I pray you.
If I have too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends. For I give you here 1/3 of mine own life. All thy vexations were but tests of thy love, and thou hast strangely passed. So here before heaven, I ratify this my rich gift.
Do believe against an oracle.
Then, as my gift, and thine own acquisition, take my daughter.
Okay.
But, if thou shalt break her virgin knot before all solemn ceremonies are ministered, sour-eyed disdain and discord shall strew the beds of your weeds so loathly that thou shalt hate it both.
As I hope for quiet days, fair issue, and long life with such love as 'tis now, our worser genius can shall never melt mine honor into lust, to take away the edge of that day's celebration, when I shall think where Phoebus' steeds are foundered, or night kept chained below.
Oh, fairly said. Sit with her. She's thine own. Sit. All. Come, my industrious Ariel, come.
What would I told, master? Here I am.
You did the last short bravely, and I need you to do another such trick. Go, find the rabble I give you power over, and bring them to this place. Be sure to secure the two treasonous conspirators. I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of my own heart. I promised them, they expected of me. So go, do not come to my head.
Presently,
In a twinkle.
before you can say come, go, and breathe twice and cry, Susan. Look, each one tripping on his toes will be here with mop and mow. Do you love me, master?
No. Dearly, dearly, my delicate Ariel. Now, do not come till I call.
Well, I can see.
Look, thou be true. Oh, come on. Do not give dalliance too much rain. The strongest oaths are what straws to the fire in the blood. Be more abstemious, or else goodbye thy vow.
I warrant you the white, cold, virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver.
Well, come, my industrious Ariel. All eyes.
Heart us, my bounteous sister. Go with me to bless this twain, that they may prosperous be and honored in their issue.
Honor, riches, marriage blessing.
Long continuance and withstanding. Our joys be still upon you. Juno sings her blessings upon you.
to you at the farthest, in the very end of harvest. Scarcity and want shall shun you. Ceres' blessing so is on you.
This is a most majestic vision and harmoniously charming. May I be bold to think these spirits?
Spirits, which from thy confines I have called to advance my art. But hush, there is more to do. Be silent, for our smell is marred.
You nymphs, called naiads of the wintering brooks, with your sedged crowns and ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels and on this green land, answer your summons. Juno does command. Come, temperate nymphs, and help to celebrate a contract of true love. Be not too late. You sunburned sicklemen of August weary, come hither from the furrow and be merry. Make holiday, your rye straw hats put on, and these fresh nymphs encounter every one in country footing.
Told you we would stop that.
What do you mean? Yeah, we're good.
Got the foul conspiracy of Caliban and his compatriots. The minute of their plot is almost here. Enough. Well done, go.
This is strange. Your mother's in some passion. The looks are strong.
Never till this moment have I seen her so angered at his temper.
My son, thou dost look disturbed. Be cheerful. Our revels are but ended. We are such things as dreams are made on, and our little lives are rolled with sleep. Go, into my cell.
Okay.
For a turn or two, I will walk and still my beating mind.
You wish your peace.
Come, Ariel, with a thought.
Thoughts I cleave to. What's thy pleasure?
We must now meet with Caliban and his companions. Where did thy lace leave these varlets?
I told thee, ma'am. Red hot with drinking, so fond of valor that they smoke the air for breathing in their faces and beat the ground for kissing their feet, yet always bending toward their project. Then I beat my tabor, at which, like unbacked colts, they pricked up their ears, advanced their eyelids, lifted up their noses as they smelt music. So I charmed their ears. At last, I left them in the filthy mantled pool beyond your cell.
Well, this was bravely done. Keep thyself invisible. Go to my cell and bring out the trumpery as a stale to catch these thieves when they come.
I go!
Caliban, a born devil. A born devil.
Tread softly, that the blind mole may not hear a footfall. We now are near her cell.
Monster, your fairy, which you say is a harmless fairy, is a little better than play the jack with us.
Monster! I do smell all horse piss. At which my nose is in great indignation.
So is mine. Do you hear, monster? If I should take a displeasure against you, look you.
Thou art but a lost monster.
Good my lord, give me thy favor still. For the prize I'll yield thee to shall hoodwink this mischance. Therefore, no noise. All's hush as midnight yet.
I but to lose our bottles in the pool?
There is not only disgrace and dishonor in that, monster, but an infinite loss.
That's more me than my wedding. But this is your harmless fairy monster.
I will fetch off mine on, although it be over ears for my labor.
Good, my lord, be quiet.
Let us first to word. Seest thou here without yourself? No noise. Enter. Do that good mischief which may make this isle thine own forever. And I, thy Caliban, for aught thy foot liquor.
Give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Okay. Stefano. Oh, dear. Oh, worthy Stefano. Look what a wardrobe here is for thee.
Let it alone, thou fool, it is but trash.
Monster. We know what belongs to a frippery. Oh, King Stefano.
Put off that gown. By this hand I'll have that gown.
Thy gracia?
But the dropsy drown this fool, what means you to dote on this luggage? Let us to the... If she wakes, she shall from head to toe fill our skin with pinches and make us strange stuff.
Be you quiet, monster. Mistress Lion, is this not my jerkin? You like to lose your hair into a ball jerkin.
Do. We steal by line and level, and like your grace.
I thank thee for that jest. Here's a garment for it. Which shall not go unrewarded by I and the king of this country. Steal by line and level is an excellent passipate. Here's another garment for it.
Monster, come put some line upon your fingers and away with the rest.
I will none of it. We shall lose our time, and I'll turn to barnacles or to apes with foreheads villainous low.
Now lay to your fingers. Help to bear this away to where my hogshead is, or I will turn you out of my kingdom. Go on, carry this.
And this.
Go, boy, go.
Hark how they roar! Let them be soundly hunted. At this hour lie at my mercy all my enemies.
At the 6th hour, my lord, at which time you said our work should cease.
I did say that when I first raised the Tempest. My spirit, how fares the king and his companions?
Confined together, in the same fashion as you gave in charge, just as you left them. All prisoners, ma'am, brimful of sorrow and dismay. But chiefly, him that you termed, ma'am, the good old Lord Gonzalo, his tears run down his beard like winter's drops from eaves of reeds. Your charms so well work them. If you were to behold them now, your affections would become tender.
Do you think so, spirit?
Mine would, were I human.
Huh. Then mine shall. Go, release them, my Ariel. My charms I'll break, their spirits I'll restore, and they will be themselves again.
I'll go fetch them, ma'am.
I have bedimmed the noontime sun, called forth mutinous winds, and at my art, graves have waked their sleepers, opened, and sent them forth. But this rough magic, I here die presently, abjure. Stand there, for thou art spell stopped. Oh, good Gonzalo, my loving lord and loving friend to whom he serves, I shall bear thee away to thy home with graces and words and deeds. Most cruelly, Alonso, did you use me and my daughter. Thy sister Sabrina, she seems a party to this. And you, brother mine, who entertained ambition, I forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. My Ariel, go to the king's ship. There thou shalt find the mariners asleep under the hatches. Boatswain being awake, force him to this place. Do it presently.
I drink the air before me. Turn, whoa! Or ere your pulse-wise beat.
Oh, wonder and amazement, torment and trouble by the power that shocked forth the way here.
Behold, my king, the Duchess of Milan, Prospero, I welcome you and your court.
Whether thou beest she or no, or some enchanted trifle to abuse me as late I have been, I know not. I fear madness held me. This must crave, and if this be at all, a most strange story. Thy dukedom I resign, and do entreat thee, pardon me my wrongs. But how should Prospero be living and be here?
First, good Lord, let me embrace thee.
Whether this be or not be, I'll not swear.
I still do taste some subtleties of the island that lets you not know things that are true. But, my lord,
This is a marvel. If thou beest Prospero, then give us details of thy preservation. How hast thou met us here, who not 3 hours were wrecked upon this shore? For I have lost, how sharp the point of this remembrance is, my dear son Ferdinand.
I am woe to hear it, sir.
And the reputable is lost. Patience says is past her cure.
I think you have not asked for help, sir, for which I, for the like loss, have, and find myself content.
You the like loss.
For I have lost a daughter.
Daughter. Good heavens. That they were both living in Naples, the king and queen there. That they were. I wish myself were lying in that oozy bed where my son lies. When did you lose your daughter?
In this last tempest.
Sweet Lord, you let me fall.
Yes, you would for a score of kingdoms you should handle, and I would call it foul play.
You disprove a vision of the island that one dear son shall I twice lose.
Oh, most high miracle!
Cease threaten, they be merciful. I have cursed them without cause.
Now let all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about, but arise and tell me how thou camest here.
What goodly creatures are there here? Oh, how beauteous mankind is! Oh, brave new world that has such people in it!
Tis new to thee.
What was this maid with whom thou wast to play? Though Alice acquaintance cannot be 3 hours. Is she the goddess that has severed us and brought us thus together?
Sir, she is mortal, but by immortal providence, she is mine. I chose her when I could not ask my father for advice, nor thought I had one. She is daughter to this most famous Duchess of Milan, of whom I've heard much renown, but never saw before, of whom I have received a second life and a second mother. This lady gives her to me.
How oddly it will sound that I must ask my child forgiveness.
Oh, sir, stop. Do not burden our remembrance with things that are gone.
I have windily wept, or I should have spoke ere now. Look down, you gods, and on this couple bring down a blessed crown.
I say amen, Gonzalo.
Oh, look, sir! Look! The sir that I have prophesied that would die by gallows were in this land. How goes there? What news?
The news is that our king and company are safely found.
Huh?
And the second is that our ship, which for 3 glasses hence we gave our part, is as brave and fairly rigged Rigged is what we want to see!
My master, all this service have I done since I went.
My tricksy spirit.
Was well done.
Bravely, my diligence. Go and get Caliban and his companions. Free the spell. Bring them here.
There is here a maze as strange as airmen trod, and there is in this business more than nature was ever conduct of. Some oracle must rectify our knowledge.
Lord, not speak about your head with these strange aspects. There are some of your crew that I believe you have forgotten.
Every man's ship for all the rest, and let no man take care of his future. It is all but fortune. Raggio, bully monster, Raggio.
If these speech true spies, which I wear in my head, here's a goodly sight.
Oh, Sachimos, these be brave spirits indeed. How wonderful my master is. I fear she will chastise me.
What are these things, my Lord Antonio? What money buy 'em?
Well, that is a fish, and it is indeed marketable.
These three tried to rob me, and this one conspired with thieves to take my life. What? These two you must own. This one I must take responsibility for.
Oh, I shall be beaten to death.
Is this not Stefano, my drunken butler?
She is drunk now. Where can she wine?
And Trinculo is reeling right. Where should they find this grand liquor that has gilded them? How camest thou in this pickle?
I have been in such a pickle since I saw you last, that I fear me will never out of my bones. I shall not dare fly blowing. Oh, what an honor, Stefano.
Thou would be king of this island, Sierra?
I should have been a sore one then.
This is a strange thing as e'er I've looked on.
Go, Sierra. To my cell. And look, you seem to have my pardon.
Yea,
Bring it handsomely.
yea, I will, my lord, and seek thy grace. Oh, what a thrice double ass was I to take this dull fool for a god and worship this drunkard.
Hey. Go hence. My lord, I will accompany you on your ship, and then to Naples. Go, where I hope to see the nuptial of our dear beloved Solomon.
Give me your hands. Let grief and sorrow still embrace a heart that does not wish thee joy.
Be it so. Amen.
Amen.
In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I long to be in the warm hold of your loving mind. To feel you around me and to take your hand along the sand of a
All my charms are now o'erthrown, and what strength I have is mine own, which is faint, 'tis true. I must here be confined by you, or sent to Naples. Let me not, since I have my dukedom, God, and pardon the deceiver, stay here while you spell. But let me, with your hands, release my bands and go with my king to Naples. Now I want spirits to enforce and hearts to charm, and my end is despair, unless relieved by prayer. Oh. Well, as your crimes would pardon be, let your indulgence set me free.
Climb aboard.